Lukasz Brzeski versus Karl Williams. Brzeski's 8-2-1. His 8 wins come 5 via TKO, 2 via submission, 1 via decision, and his 2 losses are 1 via KO, body shot, and 1 via decision. He's got the decision loss to Martin Boudet in his last fight, which was pretty close, to say the least, and to say the most. It was a fucking robbery. No, but I did think Brzeski won that fight. He got the better of him, and I like what I've seen from Brzeski. That was a good performance, even in a losing effort. And he's also got wins over Edinaldo Oliveira, former UFC fighter, and the Contender Series win, which was overturned. He beat Dylan Potter by rear naked choke, and it was overturned due to whatever the fuck. I don't even know why. Who cares? He was fighting in the UFC within a few months, so it couldn't have been that bad. Either way, he's fighting Karl Williams, who I also like as a fighter. Karl Williams has a 7-1 record, 3 TKOs, 4 decisions, and his 1 loss is by submission to veteran Jason Butcher, triangle choke. He's a guy who has a good amount of momentum for a Contender Series guy because he out-wrestled a Penn State wrestler, Jimmy Larson, on the Contender Series. And that's what won him the fight. He's a good wrestler and a good top game fighter and must be one hell of an athlete to out-wrestle a wrestler like that. So, he's GSP. No, but he's not GSP, but he's still a very good fighter with a lot of promise. He's entering his mid-30s at 33 years old, which I don't love, but he doesn't have too much mileage on him at all. Neither one of these guys do. And I expect this to be dictated by Karl Williams winning the wrestling battle, to be honest. Karl Williams, just winning like that against a Penn State fighter, a Penn State wrestler in a fight. And some wrestlers don't make the best transition to MMA. I'm well aware of that. But some athletes do take to wrestling better than others and whatever as well. And I'm aware of that. And Karl Williams is one of those guys. I've seen plenty of guys, better wrestlers, getting out-wrestled. I remember Derek Brunson tossing around Yoel Romero for their whole fight until the 3rd round finish. But Karl Williams just has that knack here, and I do think that's going to show up in this fight. I think he's going to be ripping Brzeski to the floor and working really well on top. I do think he could potentially get a finish if he starts passing, if he's able to, but I can't count on it. So really, I'm staying away from this fight. I was going to bet on a decision, Karl Williams plus 190, but there's just too many unknowns for me to even touch this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.